really interesting because no matter where I went and played, almost every time the people that ran that particular show said, anytime you want a spot in our show, you got one. So just give us a word and we'll book you, arrange for it. You don't get paid money.
Right.
You just show up and do your song. It's nice hearing original music from many people because they have people from all over, the East Coast mostly, but I mean they were from far away as Florida, Mississippi, Alabama. I was from California.
Oh, wow.
A couple people were from St. Louis and Chicago.
Right.
And all over. So it was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Right on. So we're going to get to another song off this compilation. This one's by a band called the Salvation Army. They're Canadian. And the song is called They Call Me Jesus. Dig this. The Celebration Army, They Call Me Jesus. Now, I really, really enjoy this tune. Actually, very rocking. And I actually did interview Nelson, who fronts the Celebration Army, as well as two other bands, The North and Melting Pot. But he is very versatile, and this is such a great song. I love the lyrics, but there was such a very, very catchy tune. I really dug it.
I thought it was quite a sexy track, and I can imagine it works really loud. You've got to put the volume up. And yeah, great guitar riff as well. Cool.
Michael?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, man. I mean, I was listening to this when I got all the tracks from the CD from Factory Fast Records, so it was really an amazing tune, and it really reminded me a lot of the the Doobie Brother-esque type of era where you kind of focused in on a really good tone on the guitar and just letting the vocal rip. And like you were saying about the Nate and Heath's vocals are amazing. So enjoyed it a great deal.
Right on. So back to you. With this EP that's out now, Michael, are you gigging more to promote it, or are you working on a new one right now, or what's up with that?
Well, those Factory Fast Records, they're using a lot of the songs that I have off my EP, Iron Mountain. So that, they've already been in the can. I'm working on trying to arrange my next EP, CD, depending upon, how much money I raise.
Right.
and that's my goal. The guy that recorded it, the producer that I worked with, kind of lost his studio, so he's in the process of getting it back up. Oh. And when that happens, we'll start recording again.
Now, when you are like writing music and singing up for the EPs or albums, whatever you're doing, do you have a specific kind of idea in mind? Like, are you kind of organizing it to kind of tell a story, or is it just kind of like, these tracks are good, so we're going to lay them down like this?
My process has been, because I've been doing this a long time, writing. I have probably 60 to 100 songs that are in my catalog that are, I would say, kind of real songs.
Right.
And, lyrics, changes, blah, blah, blah. And stuff that you put in your book and you play like you would a set list.
Right.
And so what I do is I'll sit there and present these to the producer, if it's, the one that I used last time or somebody else, and let them do their process. And I learned from Big Al Anderson, who's pretty famous in terms of producing and being involved in songwriting. He says, when I produce, I get people together and I let the musicians do their thing. He says, the only time I step in is when you don't hear something or it's going the direction you don't want.
Right.
And because that process really makes a difference. In Iron Mountain, the forest tracks that have all the different musicians, that's what happened. I mean, the producer was there with the musicians, and they basically gave their performance, and then we get together and kind of mix things up. He runs it by me. We choose what to use, what not to use, and then it was a really, I think, a good process. Otherwise, Ghost in the Wall, the track you listen to, is pretty much what I do most of the time myself. Is just do an acoustic version of it that I can play anywhere, anytime.
Right.
Upside down, falling out of a truck on the freeway. So that's, to me, is the best way to kind of proceed. And then so there's really a solo version, a band version, a recorded version, and a live version. So there's gives people so much variety to choose from.
Oh, fair enough. Right on. So we're going to do one more track off this EP, and the next one we're going to get to is by a band called Genuine Crude. It's called Inside Jacob's Head. Like this.
Hey, Jacob! Jacob! Come on out! Come on out! Jacob! Wake up!
Congregation feeds off the laughter. face impending disaster. The lunatic is out on the fringe. He can hardly contain his laughter. Only he knows that the joke is on them. This is where the story begins. The end result now is what it is. The voice is getting louder again. Without his meds he goes around and around. His world is full of ups and downs. There's a monster in his closet, pictures in his room with eyes that follow him around and watch his every move. Mom and Dad were lying. The boogeyman ain't dead. No, he's alive and kicking there inside of Jacob's head. Get him out of my head, out from under my bed. Get him off my walls, I hear him down my hall. I think I finally figured out that in between my special needs, nobody is removing Jacob's ladder off of me. There's a monster in his closet, pictures in his room with eyes that follow him around and watch his every move. Mom and Dad were lying. The boogeyman ain't dead. No, he's alive and kicking there inside of Jacob's head. Well, someone come on in. I'm inside. Bring your friend. Lend a hand. Lock the door. Draw the blind. Look around. I don't mind. I'm alone. No surprise. Give me wine. Back in time. Johnny boy. It's revolution number 9.
Genuine and Crude, Inside Jacob's Head. Now, this was a very catchy tune, had a very good hook to it. I really enjoyed it, like it really caught me and grabbed me like right away.
I love the regimented drum beat and the vocal thrash. I like the way it built up, and having the child's voice at the beginning. It was interesting. I really liked it.
Michael?
Yeah, I appreciate the song. Again, I listened to it beforehand, so I was familiar with it, and I enjoy it a lot. It's I like the beginning to it and how it kind of builds into the the beat that was referred to, and so it wasn't just in your face right away. It says, okay, this guy waking up and telling a story with the music simultaneously with the lyrics. So it was really kind of entertaining to begin with, and then the more I listened to it, the more it kind of got into the the primal element that I think it's trying to reach.
So, Michael, pretty much this is my last question for you. What is next for you? What are you up to? What do you have planned?
Right now I'm was taking a little break after the Porch Jam and had some family things I had to take care of. So now it's booking. I want to predominantly focus in on performing live and fairs and festivals and kind of getting the name out there as much as possible. Right. Booking basically is my predominant task at this point, to kind of up the ante, so to speak, and get the name out there.
Fair enough. So, B, I get time for one more question.
Okay. I wasn't prepared for that. What's who do you feel we should be listening to now? For you, who are you listening to?
I would say probably Jason Isbell. He released a CD called Southeastern about 2013. I became aware of it maybe about a year after it was released. And it's an amazing CD. I mean, there's not a bad song on it. And, it has that, I think they refer to it as Americana, but, he's been around and doing things. The album is kind of his, writing about his getting sober and finding his wife and getting his life straightened out. So it's a wonderful CD. I listen to a lot of people, even every day people send me tracks, from Twitter and so on and so forth. So I'm always listening.